16th April 2021 Morning Murli Om Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, remember Alpha and Beta and you will become very entertaining. The Father is entertaining and so his children too should be entertaining. Question: why is everyone attracted to the images of the deities? What special virtue do they have? Answer: deities are very entertaining and pure because of their entertaining nature. Their images attract everyone a great deal. The special virtue that deities have is purity, and it is because of this virtue that impure human beings bow down to the idols of them. Only those who have all the divine virtues are entertaining and remain constantly happy. Om Shanti. The meeting of souls and the Supreme Soul is so powerful. All of you are children of such an unlimited Father, and so how entertaining you children should also be. Deities are entertaining, are they not? However, the kingdom is very big. Not everyone can be entertaining to the same extent, but some children are definitely very entertaining. Who can be entertaining? Those who remain constantly happy and have divine virtues. Radhe and Krishna are very entertaining. Are they not? They have a lot of attraction. What attraction? That of purity, because their souls and bodies are both pure. Impure souls are attracted to pure souls. They bow down at their feet. Pure souls have so much strength. Even sannyasis definitely bow down in front of the deity images. Although some people are very arrogant, they would definitely bow down in front of the deity images and in front of Shiva. They even bow down in front of the images of the goddesses. The Father is entertaining, and the deities the Father created are also entertaining. They have the attraction of purity. The attraction of theirs continues to attract everyone even today. If you think that you are becoming like Lakshmi and Narayan, you should have as much attraction as they have. Your attraction of this time becomes imperishable. Not everyone's attraction is imperishable. It is number wise. Those who are to claim a high status in the future would have that attraction here because those souls are becoming pure. Those of you who especially stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance have a lot of attraction. Purity is definitely observed on a pilgrimage. There is attraction in purity. The attraction of purity also brings that attraction to your study. You understand that at this time you know his occupation. They too would have remembered the Father so much. The kingdom they received must definitely have been received by them studying Raj Yoga. You have come here at this time to claim a high status. The Father sits here and teaches you Raj Yoga. You have come here having made this firm faith. He is the same Father and He is also our teacher. He will also take us back with Him. You should always have these virtues and remain constantly cheerful. Only when you stay in remembrance of Alpha, the Father, can you remain constantly cheerful. You will then also be able to remember Beta and you will become very entertaining. You children know that you are becoming entertaining here and you will also be entertaining in the future. The study of this time will take you to the land of immortality. That true Baba is enabling you to earn an true income. This true income will go with you for 21 births. Later, whatever you earn on the path of devotion is for temporary happiness. It will not go with you for all time. You children should remain very cautious in the study. You are simple, and the one who teaches you is also in a very simple form. Therefore, those who are studying should also remain simple. Otherwise, they would be embarrassed. How can we wear expensive clothes? Our mama and baba are so simple, and so we will also remain simple. Why do they remain so simple? Because they are in a state of simplicity. You now have to return home. No one here gets married. When a couple are about to get married, the girl remains in a state of simplicity. She wears old clothes and rubs oil on her body because she is going to her in-laws' home. She becomes engaged through the Brahmin agent. You too have to go to your in-laws' home. You have to go from the land of Ravan to the land of Ram, that is, to the land of Vishnu. The system of being in a state of simplicity is followed so that there won't be any kind of arrogance of the body or clothes. If someone has a cheap sari and says that another person has a very good sari, she would have thoughts about it. She would think that that person is not in a state of simplicity. However, when you remain in a state of simplicity and give someone this elevated knowledge with elevated intoxication, the arrow will strike the target. If anyone comes in front of you when you are washing dishes or clothes, you can immediately remind him of Alpha. When you have intoxication and you sit and give knowledge to others while in simple clothes, they will also be amazed that you have such elevated knowledge. This is the knowledge of the Gita given by God. Raj Yoga is the knowledge of the Gita. Do you have such intoxication? Baba gives his own example. For instance, when I am playing a game with children and a student comes in front of me, I immediately give him in father's introduction. Because of the strength and power of yoga, that person will just stand there and wonder at one is so simple and yet who has so much power. He won't be able to say anything. No words will emerge from his lips. Just as you go beyond sound, in the same way, he will also go beyond sound. You should have this intoxication within you. When any brother or sister comes, make him or her stand there and give them the directions to make them into the masters of the world. You should have that intoxication inside you. You should be stable in your deep love of this. Baba always says you have knowledge, but there isn't that power of yoga. By maintaining purity and staying in remembrance, you develop power. You became pure through the pilgrimage of remembrance. You receive strength. Knowledge is a matter of wealth. After studying and becoming an MA or a BA, you receive a salary accordingly. It is a different matter here. The ancient yoga of Bharat is very well known. This is remembrance. The Father is the Almighty Authority, and you children receive power from the Father. You children should be aware eternally that you are souls and children of Baba. However, you are not as pure as Baba. You now have to become that. This is your aim and objective. You became pure through yoga. Very special, beloved children would have these thoughts throughout the day. When any people come Show them the path and have mercy for them, because those poor, helpless people are blind. Blind ones use a stick to guide themselves. All of these people are blind. They don't have the eye of knowledge. Each of you have now received a third eye of knowledge, and you know everything. We now know the beginning, the middle, and the end of the whole world at this time. All of those matters belong to the path of devotion. Did you know previously? Hear no evil and see no evil. Why were those images created? No one in the world understands the meaning of that. You now understand it. Just as the Father is knowledgeful, so you, his children, are also becoming knowledgeful, number wise, according to the effort you make. Some children became very intoxicated. Wow! If you became child of Baba but don't claim your full inheritance from Baba, what have you been doing since becoming his child? Examine your chart every night. Baba is the businessman. Businessmen find it easy to keep their accounts. Government servants neither know how to keep accounts nor how to make deals. Businessmen understand this very well. You are businessmen. You can understand your profit and loss. Check your accounts every day. Look after your accounts. See whether you are making a profit or a loss. You are businessmen, are you not? It is remembered that Baba is the businessman and the jewel merchant. He makes deals with the imperishable jewels of knowledge. You also understand this number wise according to the effort you make. Not everyone has a shared intellect. They listen through one ear and let it out through other. It flows away through a hole in their aprons. They are unable to feel their aprons. The Father says wealth never diminishes by your donating it. These are the imperishable jewels of knowledge. The Father is Roop and Basant. He is a soul and he has knowledge in him. You, his children, are also Roop and Basant. All the knowledge is recorded in the soul. He too has a form. Even though the soul is so tiny, he does have a form, does he not? Just as a soul is realized, so the Supreme Soul can also be realized. People worship the Lord of Nectar, but how could they worship such a tiny star? They create so many lingams in order to worship him. They make shivlingams as high as roof. In fact, he is tiny, but his status is so elevated. The Father also told you in the previous cycle that no one can attain anything by doing tapasya or having sacrificial fires. They continue to come down by doing all of those things. They continue to come down the ladder. For you, it is now the stage of ascent. You Brahmins are number 1 genies. There is the story of a genie who said that he would sorrow everyone if he wasn't given some work to do. So he was given the work of going up and down a ladder. Therefore, he was given something to do. Baba has also told you, you come down this unlimited ladder and then you climb it. Only you come down the ladder fully and then climb to the top of it. You are genies. No one else climbs the ladder fully. You claim such a high status by receiving the full knowledge of the whole ladder. You then come down again and then climb up it again. The Father says, I am your Father. You call me the purifier. I am the Almighty Authority because my soul is 100% ever pure. I, the point, am the authority. I know all the secrets of all the scriptures. This is such a wonder. All of this knowledge is so wonderful. You would never have heard that a soul has an imperishable part of 84 births recorded in him and that it can never be erased. He continues to play it all the time. The cycle of 84 births continues to turn. A soul is filled with a record of 84 births. Such a tiny soul had so much knowledge. Baba has this knowledge and you children also have it. You play such huge parts. These parts will never be erased. A soul cannot be seen with these eyes. It is just a point. Baba says, I too am a point like that. You children understand this now. You are unlimited renunciates and Raj Rishis. You should have so much intoxication. Raj Rishis remain completely pure. Raj Rishis are those who belong to the sun and moon dynasties but attain their kingdom here, just as you are now doing. You children understand that you are now about to leave. You are sitting in the steamer of the boatman. You also know that this is the most auspicious confluence age. You definitely have to go from the old world to the new world via the land of peace. This should constantly remain in the intellects of you children. When you were in the golden age, there were no other countries. There was only our kingdom. We are now claiming our kingdom once again with the power of yoga. It is explained that only with the power of yoga can the kingdom of the world be attained. No one can attain it with physical power. This is an unlimited drama. The play is predestined. The Father gives the explanation of this play. He tells you the history and geography of the world from the beginning. You understand the secrets of the subtle region and the incorporeal world very clearly. They had their kingdom in the corporeal world, that is, it used to be our kingdom. You have also recalled how you came down the ladder. The play of going up and down the ladder aids in the intellects of you children. It is now in your intellects how world history and geography repeat. We play the parts of heroes and heroines in this. We became defeated and then became victorious. This is why we are called the heroes and heroines. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, you are now in a state of simplicity. Therefore, you have to remain very simple. There should not be the slightest arrogance of your body or clothes. By doing everything, you should have elevated intoxication by having remembrance of the Father. Second point, you are unlimited renunciates and Raj Rishis. Remain in this intoxication and became pure. Became full of the wealth of knowledge and donate it. Became true businessmen and keep a chart of your remembrance. Blessing. May you be a victorious jewel who creates the right atmosphere with your searchlight of remembrance. Explanation. Serviceable souls always have a tilak applied on their foreheads. However, whichever place you are going to serve, first cast a searchlight of enlightenment on that place in advance. Such an atmosphere will be created by the searchlight of remembrance that all souls will easily come close. You will then achieve 1000-fold success in a very short time. For this, have the determination of being victorious dwells and see how victory is merged in every action of yours. Slogan: any service that disturbs you or others is not service but a burden. Om Shanti